Hope everyone's okay. Sending lots of love and good vibes to everybody. I've been, last couple of days have been hard. I think I've just been battling the old demons again. It's mentally more than normal. So know that if I am, everyone else is as well. So lots of love. I've been praying on it. And the weirdest thing happened. So I was down, this is yesterday, and my mum found this thing, and it was just weird, just randomly. It was a card with Metatron on it. It just seemed to come from nowhere. I didn't look it up at the time. But after I went on to, after that, I went just onto YouTube to learn some stuff like I usually do. And the first thing that came up was Archangel Metatron. So I didn't think again, didn't sort of look into it then. And then today, when I was having my bath, I was thinking about this time, not that long ago. Well, I say not that long ago. It's probably about a year ago, actually. When I woke up one morning, I went out into the garden, and there was white feathers everywhere, all over the garden, but not like covered in blood, like something had been killed, just feathers, just white feathers everywhere. And that's a bit odd because there's no white birds around here. And also there's no body or anything. It was just literally feathers everywhere. And so I mentioned it because it was just weird. I mentioned it to this lady at Angel's childcare when I was dropping my sons off at the time. And she went all goosey. She was like, "Oh, that means that there's angels been there." If you Google it, if you Google about feathers, finding feathers, lots of feathers. So obviously then I looked into that. Anyway, so I was thinking about this just randomly because of this the random Metatron, then seeing this thing about Archangel Metatron. I hadn't looked it up yet. And then I was in the bath and I was just thinking about that time with the feathers. No shit. I went outside after I had my bath just to go and lie on the grass because I just like lying on the grass and looking up at the sky. And I went outside and the same thing is there now. There's white feathers everywhere. There's white feathers everywhere. And no body, no no blood on them or anything like that. And so I looked it up. Metatron is an angel of Judaism mentioned in a few brief passages in the Agadah and in the mystical Kabbalistic texts within the rabbinic literature. The figure forms one of the traces of the presence of the dualist proclivities in the otherwise monotheistic visions of both Tanakh and later Christian doctrine. The name Metatron, not mentioned in the Torah and the Bible, and how the name originated, is a matter of debate. In Islamic tradition, he's also known as Metatron. Sorry, there's a fly now. I've got my bloody window open. Is also known as Metatron, the angel of the veil. In folkloristic tradition, he is the highest of the angels and serves as the celestial scribe or recording angel. In Jewish Apocrypha and early Kabbalah, Metatron is the name that Enoch receives after his transformation into an angel. So I'll put the links into that. Because it's all about the book of Enoch, and it's actually quite crazy. The most powerful angel. So they're here. 100%. And so, although we may not see in physical terms, they are here. And things will work out. But, there's a divine timing to things, isn't there? They happen when they're supposed to happen, not when necessarily when we want or demand them to. So just know that it's coming. That they're, the good, the best of humanity is working behind the scenes to make it right. And all of the spirits and all of the guides and all of the archangels and all of the non-physical realm, spiritual realm, our ancestors, they're all here. Not necessarily everyone's going to understand that, but the rest will. So you just need to have faith and believe in the best in each of us. And just trust the process. And it's hard when there's just so much being put, and don't forget it's being intentionally portrayed in certain ways. And it is hard to see the wood for the trees. So it's best just to avoid it. Because otherwise the negative can weigh you down. It can trigger you, it can impact your mental health even more than it has or is already. And that's just, that's just how I'm feeling from my own personal experience. Just from the last 2 days, I've just had that niggling little shitbag come out of it, Say, you're fat, you're ugly, you're, that person. And it's hard. So you just got to shut them up, and just do whatever you can. That's what I found that I've been thinking about this. I've been watching these videos about money and fame and like the negative impact it has on people and mental health as well. because you know, if you're not happy, if you're not happy with yourself, and happy on your own and happy with nothing, you'll never be happy, no matter how much money you have, no matter how many things you have. And you just need more and more and more and more and more and more and more. Because then you create a lifestyle that you have, and again, you just look around, look at people that have had loads of money and then just spend it all and then have nothing. Because the more money you have, listen, when I was earning, and back in the day, I was doing all right, and I was earning 6 figures, which was all right for me at 25. But I spent every single penny of it on nothing, on going out and getting drunk and just buying shit that doesn't mean anything. And was I happy? No. I was surrounded by other people doing the same thing, so you just naturally do the same thing. Like, it was a male-dominated environment. It was all they you know. I was the only, when I started at this place, I was the only girl in the sales thing in that team, and it was all boys. And you can see them when he walked in. It was like they're looking at fresh meat, and you know, this was a kind of environment where people took off their wedding rings and they had spare clothes in their drawers, and people were doing coke in the toilets. This is at work. This is a global infrastructure company, data center company, storage. And they're doing coke in the toilets. They're sleeping in the toilets. They're going out all night on drink benders with clients, and then coming straight to work from being out. And then you start there. I was the only girl. Then you end up wanting to sort of try and fit in, don't you? And it's just miserable. Spent all my money. What a twat. Because alcohol is a depressant anyway. So if you're already in a depression, and then they ended up and then I just became vulnerable as a result of that. And then people were just trying to sexually harass me. So it's all, if you don't have let's say, if you can't be happy on your own, if you can't be happy with yourself, and you can't be happy with nothing, like if you lost everything right now, would you be happy? And if the answer is no, then and all your happiness lies in the stuff that you own, then that's not happiness. Because what if it went? Then what? What if the way the world is now, what if there was a crash? What if there was a massive financial crash? What if all of the, bearing in mind all of the stuff that is coming out, bearing in mind all of the truth that is coming out, that particularly with those Panama papers, with the terabytes of data of just people that are absolutely corrupt in law firms, accounting firms, financial firms, law firms, accounting firms, the stock market, government, prime ministers, like literally everybody in that. They're just as corrupt as each other. For one, there's evidence of it. They are manipulating the market. They are profiteering from war. They are profiteering from disease. They are the conspiracy. They are the criminals. It's as simple as that. And if we were to have a crash because all of this is coming out and all of them corrupt each other, those things those things that people have, that they place their happiness in, big homes and cars and just stuff, that will have no value, because you won't be able to sell it, because no one will be able to afford it. No, everyone will be trying to get rid of stuff to get money, and no one will be able to buy it, and therefore it's essentially worthless. So if you haven't got, if you don't love yourself, if you're not happy within yourself, if everything could go and you would still be happy, then you'll be all right. And it doesn't matter what happens, whatever comes, whatever situation, because you'll be all right. You don't place the value on your happiness, on the existence, or sort of being surrounded by those things. Because you get accustomed to that lifestyle, you get accustomed to how much money, and if you make more money, then you spend more money on stuff. And then if it goes and you haven't got that income anymore, then what? You've got all of those assets, they'll be like a noose around your neck or an anchor on your foot. And if a ship's going down and all you've got is assets that are essentially worthless because no one will be able to pay for them, no one will be able to buy them off you because no one will have no money, then what? I think we just place too much value on things that just really don't matter. And I was thinking, because I've been battling my demons here the last 2 days, and it's just what keeps me going, what makes me not, because part of me wants to go on a bender. I'm not going to lie to you. Part of me wants to go on an absolute bender, but I won't, because that ain't me no more. That shit don't make me happy. Just fundamentally doesn't. It makes me miserable, and I know that. So I know that when that thought comes into my head, that isn't me. That's my demon. And winning over that and not giving into that. Because I know in the long run, if I did do that, I'd feel like shit. I'd feel like shit for giving in. I'd feel like shit because alcohol's a depressant and it's just going to send me down a dark path that I do not want to go down. Then the knock-on effects of that are, then I'm going to sort of binge eat, because that's how it works for me, or used to. I'd drink and then the next day I'd want to eat, and I'd just eat shit, and I'd eat lots of it, and then I'd feel bad because I'm obviously I've suffered from bulimia. So then I'd go into this whole psycho spiral about my appearance and my weight, and how I look, and then that's going as well. And before you know it, I'll be back down there. I'm not going down there again. Just not. I'm not going to surround myself with things or people or places that are going to send me down there like that. That's just my choice, because I know myself. And for whatever reason, this path has been put before me, and I wouldn't have, it chose me. I didn't choose it, and I can't come off it. there's a greater part of me that is become more in control than that person, the old person, and it refuses to be defeated, refuses to go back to that. It's just wholeheartedly set on making better decisions, on doing the right thing, on trying to help as many people as possible, on truth, on justice, on equality, on all of those things. It's set on it. I can't. So no matter how many times those demons pop up, they will always lose. Even if in the minute it feels like that seems like a good idea, I know it isn't. I'm just not gonna do it. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna have a drink. No, of course it means I will have a drink every now and then. Does not mean I'm not gonna go on a fucking bender like a nutter, like I used to do. Because I just don't want to. It doesn't serve me well. It doesn't serve my higher purpose or being, and doesn't make me happy. It just doesn't. All I want to do is the right thing. That's just my choice. And I really don't care. I really don't care what anyone else thinks. Because I'm only trying to do the right thing. I mean, I was still going to go raving, but I'm just going to go. I can rave. The point is, I have perfectly happy time dancing around my own garden on my own. I feel like I'm in a rave. I'm just raving. I'm just happy, just chilling. If I want to sit around and wear costumes all day, that's my prerogative. I just like costumes. I'm a performer. I've been performed at festivals, and if I want to breathe fire in my garden on my own, I'll do that. I'll do whatever. I'm not bothered. I don't need anything other than this purpose and this path, because it fulfills me. It makes me happy. And it's quite draining, doing all those other things. It's just draining, and it actually takes you away from who you are, really. And I got paid yesterday. I've spent all my money already because A, I don't get very much. B, pay my rent, and then the rest of the money I've invested into my business, or a laptop and software and stuff, which now I'm just going to get set up so I can set all these things up. And then the money that I make, I'm just going to invest in helping people and solutions. Because I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of the lies. I'm tired of the chaos. When things can be fixed, they should be fixed, right? And all this bureaucracy and tittle tattle and opposition. They're just wasting time. They're wasting all of our time. They're wasting their own time, and they're wasting our time. And then they're blaming us for it. It's like, hot kettle black meat. Shut up. Straight. These people don't have the fucking right to tell us to do anything when they are the corruptest people on the planet. All of them. Be ashamed of yourselves. All of it, just banking industry, the court system, just be ashamed of yourselves. Because you've let this go on this long. Your actions, not ours. Let's not forget your actions, your decisions. And having money is like having. I've said this before. There's a guy who does a course on it, and it's like having money is like holding a loaded gun. If it's in the hands of the wrong person, that's fucking dangerous. And that's what's happening here. Crazy people with crazy amounts of money are doing crazy fucking shit. And it's just because, and they're inherently, obviously, just. I want to be. You know, you like half of me is like, I feel like I'm part animal, part celestial, part alien. And the animal part of me is angry and wants them all to. I don't even, you know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying. Wants them to pay. Pay in a way like, I'm thinking medieval torture methods. That's that kind of level. And then the good, the sort of celestial is going, no, calm down. Let's be forgiving. Let's be compassionate. They will have gone through some trauma at some point in their lives, which has made them this way. And, this is why they're doing all this crazy shit. It's like, I'm sorry, but there's some things that can be forgiven, yeah. There's lots of things that can be forgiven. Everyone can be forgiven for making mistakes. There's a massive difference between a mistake and people who just go out to kill loads of people intentionally and they've planned it for years. That's a whole different ballgame. Those people deserve to be beheaded by guillotine in a public forum. Or I was thinking, like the bull run in Spain. What if we just took the bull out? Because, by the way, I'm on the bull side on this one. Can we swap the bull for one of these people, make them run, and we'll all run after them with spears? How about that? Or, like that. See what I mean? Animals. Someone's unleashed the beast to me in the last 2 days. I'm telling you, and I have a level of rage that is. I'm trying to keep under wraps. Yeah. And then, the aliens just going, oh, let's get off this fucking planet. So good. Right. So, where are we? I was going to say something else. I had a list of things to cover. General musings, thinkings, adultings. I've really been a shit adult up until about now. Let's just face that. Oh yeah, and the other thing that keeps me on it, what keeps me on my path, other than the sheer satisfaction of beating my demon on a daily basis, it gives you a high like nothing else. Winning is the best feeling. Just winning. If you're beating your demon, you're winning. And if and that fucker's in there 24/7 trying to take you down a dark path. So if you're winning, it's good. It's good. But yeah, going back to it, my original reason for back a year ago was because I wanted to be a better mum, and that's still the case. I want to be a role model for my kids. Do you know what I mean? I want them to respect me. I want them to look at me and go, oh man, that's my mum. I want to teach them that they can achieve their dreams. I want to show them they can have absolutely anything and everything they want if they put their mind to it. I want to show them that people can change. I want to make them proud of me. I want to make it up to them. Because how do these kids know how to be if we ain't the ones to show them? You know, they're doing all these crazy things. They're talking about gang raping. You know, where are they getting it from? Well, it's going to be from us. That's the worst fucking thing. They're mirroring us. So if we can't behave ourselves, if we can't be better people, if we can't fucking get ourselves under control, if we can't control our emotions, if we can't be the best people we can be, how can we expect them to be? We have to show them. We have to be the ones. We have to be the role models for ourselves and for all of the children. We have to be the ones. We have to be the ones. We have to be the ones. It isn't easy. It isn't fun. It's not that in the old sense of the word fun, because I used to think that getting shit faced, I used to categorize that as fun. That ain't fun. That ain't. Not when you're doing it all the time. You just don't have no, you know what I mean? It should be a treat, not a habit. Like, you don't have any, if you're just getting drunk all the time, you're sort of in that, and it has a detrimental effect on your mental health, and then it has an effect on how you respond to people, react to people. It makes people angry. It fucks up loads of other things on how you are as a person and how you treat other people around you and the energy that you give off. And it just does. And so in the minute you think it's all fun and dandy, but the consequences, it's not saying don't drink, it's just saying just know what you're doing, isn't it? Know your limits, know what triggers you to make you want to drink all the time, you know, all of that kind of thing. And what was the other thing? Can't remember now. Just be strong. Try and be strong. You think about it, we're all just matter. Like, everything is the same. Everything's made of the same. So we are inherently connected because everything's atoms. You know, if you boiled up, you know, looked at everything, it's just cells with nucleus, and nucleus are atoms. And so is everything else. If you broke everything down under a microscope, it's all just atoms, isn't it? It's all made of the same stuff. We're inherently connected. We're put together differently, energetically. So we are connected. We are just fundamentally connected. So don't ever feel alone. And if you do, and it's becoming unbearable, then phone someone, put your hand up. I actually don't mind being on my own these days. I used to hate it. It's funny. I used to be one of those people, I couldn't bear being on my own, actually. It used to send me into a tiz because I just didn't know what to do with myself. But now I actually embrace it. Just chill out. Read a book. Do a quiz. Pester you guys. Yeah, just learn stuff. Let's just chill. Very peaceful. It's more peaceful than it was before. By a factor of about 1 million. So, I guess my overall vibe today is fear not, fam-a-lam. The angels are here. Good always overcomes. So, love you. I'm going to put links in to videos on what I was talking about, particularly around stuff. You know, owning just stuff. Oh, on that note, actually, listen, yeah, in all seriousness, listening to various different financial, because I'm not a financial advisor, I'm just an opinionated bitch. Yeah, the general consensus is that people should be, you know, just thinking about where their money is right now and what's it in, what's it invested in. And the only thing I can say is just it needs, wherever you are, whoever you are, however much money you got, invest in something that is future proof, something that is recession proof, and something that is geopolitical proof, if you understand my meaning. So there are various industries that are just going to skyrocket right now. I'd get invested in those, because then it doesn't matter if anything happens. You've got money in something that will bring a return regardless, because it's only going like that because of the demand. And there's anything sort of natural health based, cannabis, a CBD and derivatives of that. I just avoid any of the blacklist, frankly, of people. Those bods, because they're going down. So yeah, I'd avoid any of those businesses, any of their subsidiaries, for one. Get into crypto. I'm not a crypto advisor, but I will put some links in to people that have sound advice. Gaming, any kind of technology, anything that's to do with businesses that, I've got my list here. That's what I'll do. I'm going to do that after I've got my laptop set up. I've got the fastest growing FTSE 1000 from the world, so I'm going to go through that. I'll see which ones are good ones. Yeah, even in investment, you just invest yourself. You don't need to use these bloody investment banks and hedge funds and private equity. They're all as fucking corrupt as each other. JP Morgan, corrupt. So yeah, just think about where your money is. Because if all of your money is in stuff, then I would start getting rid of some stuff and put that money into sound investments that are, as I said, are recession proof, future proof, and geopolitical proof. So no matter what happens, if the governments fall and the financial system falls, you want to be invested in something that ain't gonna fall. And there are many of those. So I'll put some links into that. And I'll put some links into the psychology of, or the benefits of not owning stuff in a time such as this. Because the bills, and you know, if everything went down and you lost all, I'm not even going to go there. I'll just put the links in. You can watch it yourself, make your own decision. Yeah, I've been trying to get rid of my stuff for ages, but the charity shops are closed, so I can't get rid of it. I've literally I'm getting rid of most of it, everything. I don't need it. The only thing I'm not going to get rid of is my costumes. Some of it, I don't even use it. It doesn't come out. I've got stuff in there that haven't even come out of the drawer the entire time. Like, what's the point of even having it when someone else can have it and have a benefit from it? I'm literally just going to get rid of like 90% of the stuff in the house. It's just sat here, gathering dust. Like, I'd rather someone have it and use it. Oh, on that note as well, this is a funny, yeah. So I've got loads, for some reason, like many other things, I've got about 6 laptops, old laptops. I've got like what they've just broken and I've not had fixed or whatever, right? So I've found a charity. First of all, I found a company locally that will refurb them for me. So I'm going to pay to have them refurbed, and then I found a charity that I can give them to that look after homeless kids with kids. So they've got technology they can go to college and do courses and stuff on. Right, so I got all excited. I was like, yeah, brilliant, because giving is receiving. And I was feeling good. I was like, yeah, what, and then I suddenly thought, oh my God, what is on those laptops? And the reason I think that is just because my ex was alright. I'm laying myself bare for the world here because I really couldn't give a shit. I'm not a bad person, and I'm not defined by my skeletons. Yeah. So my ex I'm just gonna put it this way. He was absolutely obsessed with recording shit. Like, you know what I'm talking about. And now I'm thinking, oh my God, what if there's stuff on there? I'm giving them the laptops to refurb. They won't go through it, will they? Or do I have to warn them? Or can I just say reset? Like, just delete anything that's in there before you look at it. But then if I say it, that's going to make them look at it. So what do? I feel like I should say, in case they look. I don't know. I'm in an RN. But I can't not do it because, like some other people might throw them away for this exact reason. But it'd just be a total waste because they're all perfectly good laptops that could be used with just the tiniest bit of effort. And I'll happily pay to have that done so that these kids can have technology to work from. But, oh my God. I'm also just a little bit nervous. And I've got, it's just one of them ones. So yeah, I'm in an iron about what I'm going to do about that. I feel a bit, not embarrassed, just like, it's just funny, isn't it? Because whatever I say, if I don't say anything and they see it, then they would have known anyway. I may as well just tell them. But then by telling, if I say I'll just delete without, I don't know. Anyway, I just thought I'd tell you because it was funny. And crazy shit you get up to in your 20s and 30s, man. Hey. So, anyway, I am going to get back into my zone. I'm going to do some learning now about all things crypto and blockchain. And then I'm going to load up my laptop, get in my boss mode. My getting shit done mode. And generally kick ass, But yeah, if If you're fighting demons, whether they're your own or the ones of people around you that are trying to distract you and take you off your path, fucking ignore them. Ignore them. Beat them. If you can. Absolutely can. So, I'm going to love you and leave you for today. And give you lots of virtual hugs. We can do this. We are doing it. And as I said, the angels are here. Yay! Yay! They've got us. They're all working together. It's great. So, have a glorious day, whatever you're doing. And I shall see you tomorrow. Love you.